Now we're going to head back downstairs to the Hiller family midfield set with Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Allison, thank you. That's just an incredible story. Here we're going to have Jon Bon Jovi. No, you're not imagining it. That name does sound a little bit famous. His dad, John, just went into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year, and his son is a graduate of the class of 2017 and a walk-on the Fighting Irish football team. He's already begun establishing his own legacy along with his former college roommate, Allie Thomas. Great to have both of you guys on the show. I appreciate you so much for taking the time to talk about this very interesting venture that both of you have.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks. Definitely thanks for taking the time to talk to us.
Jess, first of all, I shot a text to your dad. He wanted me to ask you about the championship time when you spent with the Giants at practice. Was that quite a thrill in your life?
Yeah, I was very young, but obviously, I've been exposed to football my entire life, and so when I had the opportunity to walk on at Notre Dame, it was just something I couldn't turn down. That's for sure.
That's great. Now, Allie, you guys have been roommates for how many years?
We've been roommates now since junior year of college, so going on 4 years.
And when did you start out? We'll talk about this venture of yours coming up here in a little bit, but when did you guys first start formulating this business opportunity that you have brought to fruition?
I think it sort of started our junior year in college. We were sort of having our normal night with ourselves in the Hamptons, and we sort of thought of this idea, which we all loved. We pitched it to John. He loved it. And, Jesse and I, everybody knows us at Notre Dame. We sort of were frickin' frack. We were always together at all times. So it's sort of a natural progression for us to sort of take this next step in our relationship, which was clearly starting a business together.
Why are you laughing, Jess?
No, that was just a hell of a line, that's all.
All right, now it's time to sort of unveil. You have a rosé, is that correct?
Correct, yeah. And it's called Diving into Hampton Water.
Diving into Hampton Water. How did you come up, obviously you're going to get it, how did you come up with the name Diving into Hampton Water?
Yeah, so basically the running joke out in the Hamptons where, Ali, like you just said, we spent a lot of our youth. Basically the running joke out there is that rosé is the water of the Hamptons. And so essentially, the way that this whole thing started was about 2 years ago when we were still back in school. We'd been throwing the name around, kind of thought it was funny. And, oh yeah, that's a great picture right there. And one night, basically, my dad offered us a glass of pink juice, which is what he liked to call it. And we basically looked at him and said, no, listen, old man, it's not pink juice anymore. You're sitting in the Hamptons drinking Hampton water. And he absolutely loved it. He thought it was a great idea. And so basically he challenged us to kind of take some time and figure out the logistics of it all. So we met with everyone from SOMs to restaurant owners to liquor store owners to distributors, essentially everyone that would take the time to sit down with us. And we put together a business plan. We put together a deck. We took it down to our distributing partner now. They absolutely loved it, and the rest was basically history. So basically,
your father was somewhat of an inspiration to you.
Yeah, I would say so. I don't know if I want to give him all that much credit. We like to consider ourselves pretty creative guys. But yeah, I think he definitely was a driving force in it. Now that we're involved with it, he is pretty involved on a day-to-day basis. We obviously handle a lot of the sales and marketing and kind of logistics, things like that. But it's obviously very helpful to have his smiling face.
Oh, I see. So what basically he did is he waited till you did all the legwork. You guys worked real hard. You created everything. You got the labeling on the bottles. You checked it out. You're doing all the sales. And now John came in and said, hey, I think it's a great opportunity for me to get involved.
Exactly. We came up with the whole thing. And he kept going on his day job, and he left us back in New York to run around the restaurants all day long.
He has a terrific day job. I mean, your dad, first of all, is a fantastic performer, and his band and the group, and what he's been able to do in the world of music is just phenomenal. He's a philanthropist and does so many different things. It's been an exciting relationship, and I had a chance to meet him here at Notre Dame and have continued, I guess you could say, a texting friendship. And I was so excited to see him get in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I mean, someplace he should have been in a long time ago, but it's great finally to see he and the band recognized for what they've been able to do. And it's exciting for you guys to be able to go out on your own. And as roommates, sometimes you have different ideas and different opinions, but you two sort of came together and said, hey, let's give this a try. And what at Notre Dame helped you get into the businesses you're in, or the business you're in?
I went to I was a Mendoza graduate, so I'd like to say a lot of my business acumen came from that. But I mean, honestly, this is a new venture that Jesse and I both never had really any experience in, and every day we're learning something new. We always like to tell people we know what we don't know, and we're not afraid to ask. So every day is a new learning day for us, and we're taking it one step at a time, and we're trying to build this thing to make it as big as possible.
Hey, listen, Jesse, Ali, thank you so much. Lots of success. I expect a complimentary whatever you want to do. I have no problem with that whatsoever.
Got one for you right here.
Oh, there it is right there. I'll just run over and pick it up in a little bit. Hey, guys, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe. Have a good one.
You bet, guys.